Happy holidays, everyone. I hope the season's been going well for you. It's certainly been a good month for Death Battles output, I'll say that much. Goku vs Superman was fantastic, and I'm bummed that I don't have enough time to make a full review on it, so it'll have to wait for the Season 10 ranking next year. I could cover it instead of this, but I think it's only right for me to cover the finale in full length. Not like I'm gonna regret that at all. It should come to no surprise that they ended the season very strongly. So, grab a cup of cocoa, sit next to the fireplace, and relax as I go over my thoughts on how Galactus and Unicron stole Christmas. Galactus analysis is pretty damn good. I've been fascinated with this character since I was very young, and that's when I thought he was just big cool planet eater guy. Now knowing that he's not really on the naughty or nice list, just a cosmic force bound by his hunger that only eats worlds because he has to, I like him even more. I don't even read comics, but Galactus is one of the few left that I was interested in seeing, and I was happy with how his coverage was done. Is it one of the standout favourites of the season? No, not even close. But it does cover some of that not good or evil stuff that I mentioned with a few fun jokes thrown in. The editing was good, I liked how they covered the ultimate nullifier and as many counters to it, making it very dumb that he was ever threatened by Reed having it. I enjoyed the cutaway well enough. Maybe they didn't emphasize the absurd cosmic scale of his powers quite as well as some other episodes, which is a shame because this is one of the few times where I would have actually wanted that. But overall, good stuff. Unicron's connected with me a bit better. While Galactus definitely had a more compelling internal conflict to cover, and I kinda preferred the jokes in his rundown, I feel like the sheer terror of Unicron was gotten across a lot better. Like, yeah, Galactus is the stuff with his battle threatening the infinite multiverse and the way the ultimate nullifier destroys and recreates it, but I don't know, something about how Unicron is this primordial force whose presence alone can threaten galaxies, who's a quarter of the way through consuming infinity, who is the very embodiment of hatred and evil and will bring about the inevitable end to everything. That shit got me hooked. I don't even have much else to say about it other than I liked the Orson Welles reference, but I haven't seen any of his films, so the cutaway joke went way over my head. The ending was fantastic as well. So overall, a great pair of analyses that I enjoyed quite a bit, and the way they contrast the characters' motivations is really cool. Galactus is all this poetic stuff about what is evil. Is following the natural order or the circle of life but on a cosmic scale something that could really be counted as evil? And they don't come to a definitive answer. That is until they get to Unicron's analysis and realise, oh okay, no, it's this actually, this is what evil is. Which is some great cohesion between the two analyses. It's a really cool contrast between the characters that unfortunately isn't explored much in the actual fight. Speaking of the fight, let's talk about that. The setup makes perfect sense. Galactus is about to snack on all the milk and cookies that got left for him during the night, and clearly feels gluttonous and indulgent because as soon as Unicron shows up and tries to get him to share, Galactus blasts him away. Unicron then immediately goes into his robot mode with a transformation that, while very short-lived, is still pretty cool looking. That can be said for the whole fight actually, everything is cool looking. The character models are great, but my god, the compositing work done on this is next level. The way they both tower over the Earth makes for a solid start, and then when it gets into the cosmic scale stuff, it's one of the greatest looking episodes of the whole show. The planets, stars, galaxies, black hole in the background, it all looks breathtaking and gets across the scope of the fight absolutely flawlessly. Maybe not my number one favourite looking 3D episode since I like how some stuff was done in Ganon vs Draken, Sauron vs Lich King a bit better, but if you were to call this the best looking death battle episode, I wouldn't be inclined to argue against it. Anyway, so back to what happens in the fight. Unicron immediately starts a food fight, which gets rid of Galactus' jolly festive spirit, so he launches a few Christmas puddings Unicron's way, who then immediately grows to the size of a star and launches it at Galactus. It's a little difficult to tell that he's growing at first since you don't have any frame of reference until afterwards, but it's a cool sequence, and I like Galactus also growing to swat it away super casually. The next bit of Unicron crushing the Star of Bethlehem into a black hole, and then, as this top comment on the video says, using it like a roll of quarters in a boxing glove to hit Galactus just that little bit harder is great. Probably the most creative portion of the battle, and I loved it. I do wish they kept the bit in the storyboard where it stays on Galactus after he knocks Unicron away and then he destroys it, but it's not that big of a deal. They get into a beam struggle, which is neat. Apparently they really wanted to include the full body beam for Galactus at one point because they thought it would be funny, and I'm glad they got to do that. Unicron slicing through the second attempt at it, which also slices through the fabric of space around them, is a really cool idea. But unfortunately, it falls a little flat to me since they rush through the sequence a bit. They don't give enough time after the impact to show the collateral damage it caused behind Galactus, who abruptly stops flying away between shots. Hell, on my first couple viewings I couldn't even tell that Unicron cut through the space around him because there just wasn't enough time to process it. I like the following bit though, where they both get to show off their regeneration after they get bisected. Galactus simply erases and restores the body he already has, while Unicron's spark goes off and absorbs the surrounding celestial bodies to gift himself a whole new one. And I know Unicron's line here has gotten a bit of flack, but I don't know, I thought it was kinda cool. Unicron now towers over Galactus and the surrounding galaxies, with Galactus not even being able to hurt him in his current state. The sound of the clang from this snowball doing nothing is also out of sync by about an entire second, which is kinda weird. And then Unicron nukes Galactus, who grows and matches him immediately. I don't know if I'm missing something, but Galactus being able to rise in power at the drop of a hat like this is a little odd to me. We saw Unicron consume some stars and shit to get his big buff, while Galactus just seems to do it automatically. I think it would have made for a really interesting dynamic if Galactus also had to be consuming planets to keep up, showing remorse for it, while Unicron's just doing it for the hell of it. That would allow that contrast in their personalities to be shown in the fight. As is, there isn't really much to the choreography here beyond the scale of it, and it's sick as hell, don't get me wrong, just comparatively a lot more basic feeling than some of the more character-driven episodes this season. The same kinda goes for the use of powers, since there's not much more to the choreography beyond melee combat, lasers, growing, and one sword use. The melee combat is still really well done at least, not feeling too fast for me for what I'd expect from the characters, with this next shot showing their battle impacting the whole universe being one of the highlights of the fight to me. Above anything else in the fight, this sequence as well as the following bit of them taking galaxies to the face unflinchingly really gets across the scale of this conflict, and there's a good amount of impact to it all. That can be partly owed to the very solid sound design. Every attack manages to feel really heavy. I like the backing music as well. All Consuming isn't one of my favourite tracks of the season, but I think it feels very grand and gets across a level of awe for the battle, even if others like Super and Fireborn have it outmatched there. The voice acting's pretty good too. Galactus is played by Wolf Williams, who previously played Apocalypse. Very fitting casting there. He has that booming presence that I'd like for Galactus, and the speaking in rhymes gimmick fits him very well from what active fans of the comics have told me. It was an interesting and unique writing choice to have the dialogue be written in iambic pentameter, something I would not have noticed since it wasn't part of the English curriculum I took at school, and I quite liked it, for Galactus' end of it at least. Brent Mackay's Unicron doesn't quite have that same booming presence, but he isn't bad at all. I quite enjoyed the performance, and I've heard very conflicting things on whether him playing into the rhyming works at all. On one hand, this isn't something Unicron does. Ever. He doesn't play along, he doesn't banter, he's more like how Sauron was last season, coldly stating facts and telling you exactly how you'll die. On the other hand, Unicron is normally so far above everyone else he interacts with that he barely even registers them as real, so he doesn't really have much reason to engage in any kind of conversation with them. So maybe when meeting someone on his own level like Galactus, he would get a bit more involved and invested. Don't take my word on that as gospel, I'm not even the one who came up with the idea, I just saw it in the comment section on Nem's review and thought it was an interesting interpretation. I'll probably have to think on it a bit more to decide how I feel about it after this. It's a bit too soon for me to tell yet. Also, just because it involves two people rhyming doesn't make this a Christmas carol, come on guys. I don't trust that everyone I've seen saying that has been doing it ironically. And that's us approaching the end of this. So to summarise, this episode has been really strong up to this point, with two analyses I enjoyed a good amount, and a fight that, while lacking in particularly creative choreography, manages to have some impressive scale, an interesting style of dialogue that represents one character very well and another kind of questionably, solid music, sound design and voice acting, and some absolutely gorgeous, mesmerising, godlike visuals. Am I gonna get any pushback if I say this ending kinda sucked and is the worst one we got all season? Galactus gets impatient, so he brings out a lump of coal to put in Unicron's stocking, but Unicron possesses it and turns it back around on him. Very neat concept, except for when they outright said in Galactus Rundown that he can escape the effects of it so there's no tension. We know that he's gonna escape to the North Pole, and oh, would you look at that, he escaped to the North Pole, what a shock. Unicron's corny, finally I won, really had me thinking otherwise. And then Galactus just wins. No reason for his power up, no cool comeback, doesn't even attempt to fire the nullifier when he has it himself or stop it when Unicron's possessing it, doesn't react to it like he did in the storyboards, just, oh, your big attack failed, anyway, GG's. Really unfortunate that the final episode of the season, which was doing so well, ends with a very rare misfire, but it is what it is. The conclusion is fine at least, covers more digestible multiversal comparisons for them verbally, as well as their experience, and saves the headache-inducing dimensional tearing for the corner boxes. It's pretty damn short though, one of the noticeably shortest ones this half of the season. Boomstick doesn't even have a reaction to the fight this time, it's just Wiz immediately rushing down the chimney to leave his arguments under the tree. It's not bad at all, just weirdly underwhelming considering how thorough the other recent conclusions for Belcord, Rick Doctor, Gojo Makima and Goku Superman were. And that was Galactus vs Unicron. Would I call this one of the season's stronger showings? Outside of the visuals, no, not really. So many other episodes this season have wowed me a lot more, gotten me more invested in their character coverage, excited me more with their combat, compelled me more with strong character moments, and generally stood out as phenomenal episodes that could reach some of the highest highs the show has ever seen. This one is pretty great, and my opinion doesn't go much further than that. I'd rank it relatively low compared to its contemporaries, but really that goes to show how strong this season's been overall. This has been by far Death Battle's best year. Not every episode fully clicked with me, but there's not a single one that I can watch and not enjoy myself at least a little. The passion put into them by the team could not be more evident, and I could not be more thankful at how it all turned out. Hell, after Billcord, I even said that I couldn't complain about any filler cape shit episodes, but we haven't had a single one since then. If anything, they were saving their more interesting matches until after that point. So many important matchups to the history of the show, ones that have been overdue since the beginning, modern rivalries tackling new series, underrepresented mediums getting their chance to shine with some truly outstanding showings, Frieza vs Megatron, it's all here. I'll save the rest of my sentiments for the season ranking when it comes out, but yeah. Galactus vs Unicron is a great end to an amazing season. Here's hoping the momentum can keep going for 2024. Once again, I hope you all had a good holiday season. Thank you all for watching and sticking by me over the course of this year, especially if that expands to the non-Death Battle content. Now, if I remember correctly, it seems I have a promise to keep for a certain match winning the Tournament of Champions, so I better get to work on that. In the meantime, enjoy my friends and I's reactions to this episode. See you later.
What the hell?
Oh.
Okay, yeah, so they're starting to do
they're just doing cold opens now.
They're bringing back the titles. Let's go.
Let's go.
It left for like one episode.
Yeah, but I missed it severely.
My emotional support epithets.
Yeah.
Guys, oh my god, it's B-Stars! I get the reference!
No way!
They put it in the editing!
I just think that's a cool way of starting Galactus' analysis.
Really I was gonna say, it's really weird seeing Galactus look like a normal person.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, he's just a dude.
Yeah, you don't see him with his helmet off a lot.
For good reason. It looks really stupid. Yeah, Butter?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm still in the previews. Good.
Yeah.
Did I miss a different kind of intro, or is it same as usual?
Yeah, they did the cold open again with the animation and the fight thing. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Oh, so I get to stay extra blind on the fight.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, that's pretty good for you missed it.
Dummy's back.
Can you make Dummy bigger?
Like a Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Boomstick is mental? Game theory?
Oh, yeah, he looks there.
Aiden.
So
awesome. They should use that model.
So true.
Yeah, Marvel 3! You look so depressed.
Rick and Morty, this is a max edit, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It isn't actually.
Oh, wait, it was? Jesus.
The Phoenix Force using as scaling again. The world's right.
Oh, yeah, nature is healing.
Oh, that was a sick edit, I like that.
Yeah.
One-shot Darkseid? Or does Marvel do his own Darkseid?
Oh yeah, like the Marvel DC crossover stuff.
Oh.
Looks so dumb.
Where does it fire out of?
It just looks like a normal device.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I was not aware of how that worked. Jesus Christ.
Good luck, Unicron.
Oh.
Oh shit. The safety was still on? Oh my god.
Is that the Squirrel Girl panel? Huh. It's like the screenshot from Clone High. Yeah, I like that.
That was solid.
That sold me on Galactus' character.
Oh, I've loved Galactus since I was very, very young. I've always thought he was really
He
cool.
seems pretty cool.
I think like the difference between him and Unicron being like one hates what he does but does it out of necessity versus the other is basically just a cancer on the multiverse. I think that's such a cool contrast.
Yeah, Unicron is just a
Yeah, it
dick.
has a nice aesthetic contrast.
Yeah, I strictly fine with it.
Although, yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing that be played out in the animation. That would be really cool. Brianna Q&A column in the Armada comics? What?
I guess like the Bill Cipher Reddit thing, he did a similar thing? I don't know.
I hate that clip.
You're not a fan? I'm
getting
getting taken
John,
over.
DJ.
I like that clip where they're just drinking out of boxes.
Yeah, I think they're literally getting drunk in that theme.
That's great.
This is so fucking silly. Unicron does sound fucking cool though.
That's really cool detail.
Yeah, I was reading the G1 blog, and they mentioned that like all the silly Unicron toys that have ever been made are also technically part of the same Unicron, which I find really funny.
You too can own Robo Satan in your own home.
Oh, I like that comment edit there. Oh, that was sick.
Oh, that's a cool edit, yeah.
Awesome. I think really overpowered characters like this can be cool.
Yeah, case in point.
Yeah.
The turtles.
What?
No one's
I think we just found Ollie's favorite part of the episode.
Oh, Galvatron.
Bro is such a hater, he brought Satan back to life.
I kind of like that concept.
I like the music here.
Yeah, I wanted to end the season with the classical song since I started with it.
Oh,
Damn.
This is...
damn.
I don't know who I want to win. They're both fucking cool.
I'm rooting for Galactus, but I think I prefer Unicron's analysis.
I think I agree.
I prefer Unicrons by a long shot, but both were really good.
Yeah, both were really interesting.
That was awesome.
I'm remembering that ad where Ben throws the dice at that.
The goated dice throwing ad.
Alright, here we go.
Let's go!
Alright, here we come.
Oh shit.
Are they just on separate ends of the same planet?
No,
Here he
Man did
comes.
not stop.
Yes.
He just
Oh,
started
yeah, wait
eating
for
the
a sick
planet while
transforming
throwing
sequence
the
like this.
off.
Oh,
Hell
this
yeah.
looks cool. I love how these models look.
Holy shit, man.
Oh fuck!
It's just
And
dead.
there it goes.
Trillions dead.
Yeah, literally in an instant.
Oh,
Shit, man.
Dude.
Oh, this is so
This
pretty.
space setting is fucking unreal.
Oh, that actually was the sun getting chucked at.
Yeah. Here, have another. Oh, it's a black hole now. Never mind.
Crushed into a black
Oh,
hole.
that's
with
sick.
planet.
We're back to stars. Let's fucking go.
Let's go. Oh, shit.
Oh my god. No, no, no.
Thanos.
KO. Oh my god.
That's
Oh
fucking
my god.
Holy shit.
I'm rooting for you, Galactus.
Almost done on the email. No. Almost done or no.
shit.
Oh my god, just grab the
They're just using-
galaxy.
They're speaking
Oh my
right.
god.
Oh my god.
This looks gorgeous.
Yeah. Holy shit.
This is the prettiest looking death battle.
Oh my god, dude, the effects on all of this.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's the ultimate nullifier. Yeah.
Hello, Nullifier.
Oh, his spark.
Wait, is he
Oh,
gonna
shit.
possess the
no.
ultimate nullifier?
Wait.
Huh?
Wait.
What?
He's gonna hide from it in the little pocket
Yeah.
dimension thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Nope.
You have not.
That was a pretty quick fake out, but still great. Oh shit.
Oh, is that life?
my God.
No,
Is
I don't
that-
think that is. I don't know if they even mentioned Lifebringer, come to think of it.
I don't even know what Lifebringer is, I'll be honest. I just know it's a thing that's brought up in... Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
That was cool, yeah.
That was nice.
That looked so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the
I'm
visuals were my
definitely-
favorite.
I'm definitely looking forward to rewatching it just to hear like the monologuing the whole time.
Yeah.
I think that's Lifebringer when he's all golden.
Is it the first time they've called a WinCon lane?
Surely not.
Archie, Infinite
I don't
Speed
know.
Archie Sonic, I think. That's the closest.
that
Okay, that was bad.
was
Alright,
yeah.
are they gonna... is it just gonna be Tom Wiley, or are they gonna show anything?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Oh.
No.
Oh, is it another cryptic?
The fool.
Ooh.
Oh.
And Tom Wiley.